Good evening. This is a meeting of the Township Committee, June 1st, 2020. The notice of requirements provided for in the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied. Notice of the meeting was properly given by transmission to the Star Ledger, the Independent, and the 2 Root Times, and by posting at the Middletown Township Municipal Building and filing with the Township Clerk on January 9, 2020. Committeeman Hybel.
Here.
Committeeman Sedambrino.
Here.
Committeewoman Snell.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Fiore.
Here.
Mayor Perry.
Here.
Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I'd like to ask for a moment of silence to honor the troops serving worldwide, defending our freedoms, Constitution, and way of life. Thank you. First on tonight's agenda, we have known action items. At this time, I'd like to ask the Township Committee if we're going to do a consent agenda.
Motion for consent agenda, including resolutions 20-134 through 20-138.
Second.
Committeeman Hybel.
Yes.
Committeeman Sedambrino.
Yes.
Committeewoman Snell.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Fiore.
Yes.
Mayor Perry.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt a consent agenda. This time we have a budget resolution 20-139, a resolution authorizing an amendment to the 2020 municipal budget.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Committeeman Hybel.
Yes.
Committeeman Sedambrino.
Yes.
Committeewoman Snell.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Fiore.
Yes.
Mayor Perry.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt resolution 20-139 with a public hearing to be held June 15, 2020. We will have agenda items for our next regular meeting, certificates of proclamations, approval of minutes, and introduction of proposed ordinances and a consent agenda. We have no discussion items tonight, so we have Township Committee comments.
Committeewoman Snell.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of things. I know we can now dine out in Middletown. I was happy to see that, but I'm hoping we can dine in soon so that restaurants can survive. I know as a committee, we've been trying to support small business and restaurants by having takeout Thursday. And as much as we do that, it's not enough to keep everybody going. So I do hope things change for them quickly and they can survive. Secondly, I just want to congratulate some awesome seniors from North and South expressing their feelings about in-person graduations. However your feelings are about that, I think it was awesome that they made their voices heard. And I'm hoping that we as a township can do something for them and get something put together for in-person graduations. It's a one-time thing for most of them, and graduating from high school, and some of them the only graduation they're going to have, and some of them the last time they're going to see each other, and some are going into the service. So I think we as a township can stand up for them and do our best to at least give them something that they can look back on and appreciate. So that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Committeeman Sedambrino.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple items, just to echo Committeewoman Snell's comments with regard to the release of the governor's grip on small businesses that are hurting throughout Middletown and throughout New Jersey. June 15th is not soon enough. Certainly June 22nd to open all the salons is certainly not soon enough as well. All these businesses are hurting, and they should have opened well sooner than the 15th of June. But I do look forward to that, and the ability to, I think the county is also going to be having a bit of a summer program as well. So kids need something else to do, and they need more than what the schools are offering. But I appreciate the governor releasing some of that trip. It should have done sooner. I look forward to it. So that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Committeeman Hybel.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I got to give another shout out to my daughter, Valerie, who had a birthday on Saturday, and my daughter, Lila, who's having a birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday, guys, if you're watching. Next, the fire department again has had a couple water rescues last night. So that's still happening. So I'm glad they're able to still help people. I just want to give a special hats off to our first responders. Everyone's out there doing a good job and staying safe. There's a lot of craziness going on, and trying to stay healthy and doing good. So, thank you.
So thank you. Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. I echo the sentiments of my colleagues with regards to getting small business open, as I have the last few meetings. I'm disappointed that 2 more weekends will go by. The date seems a little arbitrary to me to announce that you're going to allow it 14 days from now and 21 days from now for the other personal care businesses. But I think 10 days past our neighbors in the region, that 10 days could be critical for outdoor dining, unfortunately, because there's only a certain window of time that outdoor dining will be relevant. And these 2 weekends coming up, just like the last one that passed, could have a real impact. And I feel for those business owners, and I'm glad to see that they'll hopefully come back online on June 15th. But I think it's a little late, and I think we should have followed suit like Pennsylvania, New York, and other states locally who have regionally, because I thought we were doing a regional restart, but I guess I was mistaken. Regarding the high school graduations, listen, my sincere appreciation for the Board of Education and the leadership of the administration for really being put in a difficult situation. Just because you say you can allow something doesn't necessarily, when you give guidance, make it practical. And the mayor and I were speaking, and I believe, Mayor, correct me if I'm wrong, under the guidelines of saying you can have a graduation on July 6th, where July 6th came from, I don't know, another one of those arbitrary dates. But under the guidelines of 25 people, I believe Middletown would have had to have 93 graduation ceremonies to accommodate our graduating class. 93, that's 3 a day for 31 days, I think, if my math is correct. I did go to public school. So I really give them a lot of credit, because they took a lot of heat. We got a lot of emails, and people were upset. I'm upset. I'm sure I know the committee's upset. We'd love to see a graduation ceremony. There was absolutely no way that anybody can provide a ceremony under those guidelines. Just saying you can do it and allowing it are just two different things. So hopefully it can be done later. And thank you to the Board of Education and the students who voiced their concern for hopefully reversing course and allowing that to go down. So I have tonight, Mayor. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. I want to give a thank you just quickly to our police department and our fire department. Normally at our last meeting, we would have had our mayors for a day. And unfortunately, due to the circumstances that we find ourselves in, we were unable to have the usual mayor for a day ceremony. Thankfully, due to a lot of preparation by my office, by the administration, the police and fire departments, and the parents of our mayors for a day, we were able to pull off a great event and ceremony for our 4 mayors. Mayor Page from Village, Mayor Sal from Nut Swamp, Mayor Charlie from Fairview, and Mayor Aiden from New Monmouth School. We went around and traveled to each of their houses, and they were all sworn in on the front lawns, and they all got to proclaim that Monday, Memorial Day here in Middletown. So, I am sorry that we weren't able to do it here in the municipal building here in Town Hall, but I had an unbelievable time traveling around and going to each of your houses and meeting your family, meeting your friends, and getting to swear all of you in. So just a very successful mayor for a day, and I'm glad we were able to adapt to the circumstances. I have been incredibly vocal about my staunch support for in-person outdoor graduations. I consider myself to be a very direct individual. I don't like to mince words. I like to get right to the point and get to the solutions of the problems that we have. And political expedience is not how we are supposed to dictate. It is not how we are supposed to govern. We are to give thought to the things that we are considering, to the resolutions, to the ordinances, because these does have to do with people's lives. It has to do with one of the most memorable moments in a young person's life. And political expedience is all I see here. You can make promises. You can tell people what they want to hear. But I think the bill of goods that is being sold to the class of 2020 is something I am never going to forget, and I'm never going to let the people of this town forget. The class of 2020, this township committee, the Board of Education will do all we can to give an outdoor in-person graduation to those graduating seniors. This isn't political expedience, it's the truth. And I am no longer going to sit behind this dais and pretend that the guidance we are receiving is acceptable. 90 graduations is not realistic. And a Board of Education and every single student that wrote to me, every single parent, tomorrow a letter is being mailed to you back to, personally from me, signed, explaining my position. And I applaud every single young person that reached out to their elected officials. Committeewoman Snell said it very well. You are a part of the process. And I love that. I preach it all the time, that young people need to become a part of the political process. And I'm glad to see that our students were outside demonstrating their desire to have an in-person graduation, because you earned it. You earned it. But political expedience is taking that from you. Political expedience is taking that from you. So I will continue to work, this township committee will continue to work with the Board of Education, with Dr. George, to work on a in-person outdoor graduation that is safe for you, safe for your families, and memorable for all. So with that, I'll open it up for public comment. Any member of the public wishing to make a public comment, Heidi will unmute your line. When you hear 2 beeps, that means your line is unmuted. Again, if you hear 2 beeps, that means your line is unmuted, which is your opportunity to ask a question or make a statement. We ask that you keep your comments to 5 minutes, and please state your name and address for the record. With that being said, Heidi?
No, thank you.
Chief notes? Oh.
Would you like to make a comment? 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 That's all.
All right. Thank you, Heidi. Seeing no other member, seeing no member of the public wishing to make a public comment, I'll move to close the public portion and adjourn.
Second.
Committeeman Hybel.
Yes.
Committeeman Sedambrino.
Yes.
Committeewoman Snell.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Fiore.
Yes.
Mayor Perry.
Yes.
Motion carries to adjourn.
Have a great night, everybody, and thank you very much.